What's up, everybody? The world's a better place because you are here to join us. My name is Matt Brown, and I'm the host of the Productive Conversations podcast. And it is a Friday, a feel-good Friday, already the 15th of August, 2025. And let's recap what was going on in the world of sports, news, entertainment, and culture. Before we get into that, I just want to remind you to like and subscribe to the Productive Conversations podcast on all podcasting platforms and YouTube. And don't forget to check out exclusive content regarding the show across all social media platforms. We're on Instagram at Productive Conversations Podcast, X/Twitter at Proud Couple Pod. We're on TikTok at Productive Conversations and Facebook at Productive Conversations. And as always, don't you forget to check out our friends at Magic Mind. This episode is brought to you by Magic Mind, the world's first productivity shot that helps you do more and stress less. If you're like me, you're juggling a million things at once: work, podcast, content, life. Sometimes coffee just isn't enough. That's where Magic Mind comes in. It's packed with matcha, adaptogens, nootropics, and all natural ingredients that keep you focused, calm, and in the zone without the crash. I've been using it myself for a long time, and it's been a total game changer for staying sharp, especially on these long days that we have, especially these dog days of summer. But if you want to try it out, go to magicmind.com/PCJune to get up to 40% of your first subscription or 20% of your first one-time purchase. That is magicmind.com/PCJune for 40% of your first subscription or 20% off your first one-time purchase. Allison, Ryan, and Jose are in the building today. What's up, everybody? Good to see you all.
Nice to see everybody.
Hi.
I'm looking good in that picture.
I look great. I don't care.
Same here. Same here. Well, we're always looking good on the show. We're always sounding good across all podcasting platforms and YouTube, and looking good on YouTube too. So let's keep the tradition. Let's start your weekend off right, and let's first talk about the podcast that everybody heard about this week. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is back in our lives. Some people are very happy. Some are indifferent. Some have dissenting opinions. But regardless, the queen of the world has returned to the mainstream, joining the New Heights podcast. I'm gonna just tell you some highlights from the New Heights podcast. As you know, hosted by Travis and Jason Kelce. And Travis is dating Taylor Swift. And for the first time, Taylor Swift made her podcast debut going on the New Heights podcast. So let me quickly break it down. She first jokingly thanked the podcast for her love life, saying, quote, "This podcast has done a lot for me. I owe it a lot to this podcast. This podcast got me a boyfriend." She recalled Travis's bold 2023 on-air dating app move, bringing her a friendship bracelet and his number, even though he never contacted her management directly. She announced her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, the 12th studio album, set to release on October 3rd, 2025. And the artwork, tracklist, and album were all unveiled during the podcast, and it's described as vibrant, upbeat. She said they said it herself. There's, quote, 12 bangers produced by Max Martin and Shellback. She talked about her life behind the stage. She opened about what off-camera life was like during the Eras tour and beyond. She said she spent time in Florida caring for her recovering parents, her father's quadruple bypass surgery, and mother's knee surgery. See, I respect that. She also rediscovered hobbies such as sourdough baking, which she is now obsessed, sewing baby clothes, painting, and she put it, quote, hobbies you could have in the 1700s. She also talked about reflecting on regaining her masters, regaining the rights to her masters, linking them to her, quote, handwritten diary entries. She sent her mother and brother to negotiate emotionally with Shamrock Capital. When the deal closed, she collapsed in tears. Travis collapsed in tears, and everybody was moved. Travis and Taylor also marveled at the physicality of their jobs. Her 3-hour Eras tour versus his in-game performances, both demanding, both requiring intense recovery. She runs full speed while singing. He battles injuries. He said, "I'm not getting tackled, but the heels do the work," she says. And then Taylor described her NFL transformation, now cheering for Xavier from cheering for Xavier Worthy's draft, the wide receiver, the standout rookie last year for the Chiefs, running through the house screaming, and now she could tell what a cover 0, cover 1, cover 2, cover 4 defense is. And she said give her 16 months and she can run an NFL defense. And yes, Travis called her, quote, mesmerizing. She's so real. She called her the greatest songwriter of all time, the smartest woman in the world, with a Taylor responding kind about his humor and loyalty. And they joked about numerology. Travis called it hot. And yeah, the nearly 2-hour podcast has over 12 million views on YouTube. And is the San Francisco Chronicle called it one of podcast's most culturally impactful episodes ever. All right. Well,
All right.
a lot to sink in. Those are the facts. And again, there are people celebrating it. I personally think maybe a little thing, or maybe Travis was a little corny on the show. Not that that's a bad thing, but all the sentimental stuff, just comparing him from the guy who had a reality TV show, acted with swag, and then this. I guess real wholesome things can happen when you meet wholesome people. But that's what I have to say. And certain bros and NFL fans definitely don't like it. Like when you just hear the stuff, they get annoyed. What would you say to those people, Alice, and the people who are not accepting this podcast as much as other people?
It's not even really like you don't have to accept the podcast, but you can accept the fact that it was wholesome. And
Yeah.
this is a side of Taylor that we don't normally get to see. She is, as she stated in the podcast, very private, not very present on social media. She really doesn't post anything unless it's like an album drop or something major. So we really don't ever know like fully what's going on in the life of Taylor Swift. So the fact that she was so willing and able to be so vulnerable and open with the Kelces and also just like the world and felt like able to do that, I just thought that was very sweet, and I just thought was very wholesome. And you gotta admit, like, give credit where it's due. Like, she does a very good job. She does put in the work. She grinds, and she is probably, and I'm gonna say, one of the best of all time, because I don't want anybody to get upset.
Don't
Obviously,
be afraid. Encourage it. Say what you want. Say if you feel that.
I do genuinely think she is one of the greatest songwriters of all time. Especially this day and age, just with the storytelling and the way she portrays the poetry side of everything. But that's a conversation for another day. The podcast, I loved it. I won't lie, I did get a little teary-eyed. Maybe I'm just too emotionally
Aw.
invested. But my mom actually called me like sobbing her head off, saying that she just felt so moved and like felt like it was so wholesome when Travis was supporting Taylor through her masters, and she felt like vulnerable enough to like cry to him and like break down to him, and he supported her. And that's her life's work, you know? Like, imagine you work your entire life for something, and people, sorry, my dog is in the way. So imagine you work your entire life for something, and it was taken away from you just merely because you were what, like underage, and you were
Yeah, you were a kid. You didn't.
yeah, you
Yeah.
were just a kid getting in the industry. And a lot of I think she's very knowledgeable about the industry. Obviously she's been in it, but I think it's
Yeah.
good she also knows the business side, the marketing side, and also just the being the artist side, and also being able to encourage other artists to do the same and feel like they are able to speak up and have the right to own their own music. I just think that's very empowering, and not a lot of people can say that they do that well, and I think she does that very well.
I'll say one thing to her before. Listen, again, maybe Taylor Swift's not for me, but I understand the importance of having a wholesome role model and genuine influence for people, especially young ladies in this world, for someone who is not selling out, who's not shaking their booty, who's not getting a BBL and being crazy about it. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I understand and genuinely respect Taylor Swift for that. Even if I'm not bumping all the albums and only a few songs, of course, like a lot of people, I definitely don't want the aura farming from the NFL to show her every second. But again, I understand it's not her. That's just the NFL trolling us. But in a world definitely that doesn't seem genuine, at least they seem genuine. And even if it's a little corny and silly, not that there's anything wrong with that. They shouldn't care what I think. But there is something to mention there. Something good and positive.
And I
I
think
was.
that
Oh,
what you
go ahead.
mentioned too is also important. Like, I don't think necessarily, like, obviously, as an artist, you want to sell records, you want to create stories and like create music to be able to put yourself out there and have a platform in the music industry, right? But I genuinely think with Taylor Swift, and I'm not saying that just because I'm like a fan of her, I genuinely think she, from every interview of individuals who have encountered her, that have come across her in the industry, whether it's the sports industry at football games, like
Mhm.
whether it's just at an award show, whether it's just like on the street or whether it's just at a concert or something. No one has had anything negative to say about her. They said she's stand up, she's genuine, and
Yeah.
she's just an overall good person. And she does give back. She is very philanthropic. She's just a very overall, she fights for what's right. And I think, as you said, like having that good role model for women, especially young girls nowadays, like that is very important. And I think when you mentioned the aura farming kind of with the NFL and that, which
Yeah.
kind of gets things very frustrating from like wanting to, like someone who wants women to feel empowered, it does get very frustrating because you have this woman just going to games, supporting her boyfriend, finally getting involved in the sport, as she mentioned on the podcast. She's finally very involved in the sport. She loves football. And instead of people taking her in and supporting that, I feel as though men specifically bash her down. And I get it gets frustrating when the NFL just shows her and just brings her up and does all those things. But I think we need to understand that is not Taylor's fault. And also,
Mhm.
young girls do watch that behavior. So when I see individuals on Facebook, such as fathers of young girls, posting Taylor Swift sucks, she's ruining the NFL, she's doing this, yes, that may be what you are thinking, but you have to understand that where young girls are coming from, that is the behavior they are watching. So,
Yeah.
yes, they love Taylor Swift and they think, wow, she attended a game. But you, as an individual, going against whatever and saying whatever negative that you want to say just because you're upset that someone aside from your game is being shown, that is being taken in and absorbed more than people are realizing. And I think that is really having an effect on women simply just existing, especially in like a world of sports. And I think that is a bigger discussion, obviously, for a different day. But I just really encourage people, even if you do not like her, kind of like what you were saying, Matt, just have the overall decency and respect to be like, okay, she works hard, she puts in the work, she's a decent human being, and she has a good platform and she's doing well with it. I think we
Yeah.
just need to understand that and not be so negative about it in a
Yeah.
sense. And if you are, just maybe you don't have to keep it to
Touch
yourself all
grass.
the time, but touch grass. Let's say that. Yeah, I like that.
No, I'm gonna hold you to that because we should have that conversation another time that about what you mentioned. I was just gonna say it's crazy how like I feel like I may have even said this before. She's like one of the last like I don't want to say old school celebrities because she's not that old. She's our age, right? But like her and like Beyonce kind of are from this, and I use those two very obviously on purpose because they're in the same industry. They're like kind of the last of these like actual like stars, like that feel kind of untouchable, right?
Yeah,
That feel
like not like
they feel
compared
separate.
to like an influencer who has
Right,
so much
but
influence.
even like actors and musicians nowadays, like they really are all kind of have to follow the influencer trajectory. Like all right, as an example, we're going to talk about him later, but I'll bring him up now. Chalamet, right? He is does podcasts all the time. right? Like, he posts on his own social media. Like, I'm sure it's a team, but he's active on social media. He's active in podcasts. He's not just doing like, the late night shows. He's doing those too, but he does have like an internet quality to him, as do I think most new celebrities. So to have someone like Taylor Swift, who has still got that aura of like old celebrity around her, sit down for 2 hours, like that part alone is interesting. Like, I don't know that anyone's had the ability to talk to Taylor Swift for 2 hours ever. Like, and her family and stuff, but like,
And that's the big thing that the podcast does, that
right.
the platform does, and will make it stay forever. You really understand who
Yeah.
the person is. You can't fake being genuine on a podcast unless it's heavily edited, and you could tell right off the bat that it is. That was what I appreciated the most from this pod, because I understood the person who
Right.
Taylor Swift is.
Exactly.
Not
2 hours. Yeah.
not the celebrity / pop star. I didn't understand the person Taylor Swift is. What's your middle name, Allison?
It's Allison with one L though.
There you go. See, Taylor Allison Swift.
Yeah.
But that's what I have to say there. Jose, give us your thoughts on the matter. Tell us what you personally thought about Taylor Swift going on the Kelce podcast.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what I think. I give two fucks. I didn't hear it. I didn't watch it. I don't give two shits about her and Travis or whatever bullshit or whatever the fuck she's trying to promote. That's all it really was. It was just one big promotion bullshit.
Well, no,
I'm
because
alright.
it's 2 hours. That's what my point was.
Okay,
Like, I don't care either because I didn't watch
Ryan.
it. But
Ryan. Go fucking
God.
Ryan. Ryan, what the fuck have we learned about them that we didn't hear about?
What do you mean? Do you learn about her parents?
Wow.
Is that Matt told you. Beginning of the
I
segment, Matt read it.
I get my fucking information from Allison. Allison, all that bullshit Allison told us of one part of another.
Oh,
for the
okay,
last
sure, but I'm
10
just
weeks.
saying.
Okay, so the only thing I got out of it, the 2 hour special, was fucking a new album, everybody, and a fucking dumb cover. Great.
Well,
Thank
right.
you.
Again, I'm not saying I care what the content is, but it's not. It wasn't 2 full hours of promoting an album. I think that's an unfair way to categorize what they did.
My point. 2 hours of me just listening to shit.
Well, yeah, you didn't care. I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Jose,
No, I
what do you
agree.
think? What do you think about the people who were really into the show?
Oh Jesus, they're corny people, my dude. People that follow this one girl and her love life. Oh shit, who gives a fuck? Who she smashed? She smashed like 10,000 dudes. All right, just
Yeah,
add Kelce to the fucking list and keep it fucking moving.
Oh,
Break up and get a new fucking album.
But so it hasn't
Congratulations.
happened yet. That's kind of what's interesting.
There's plenty of time, my dude.
Well,
As we talked about the last podcast, divorce rate's high as fuck. So
we're not married yet either.
Well,
so funny though.
Any due time, it's gonna happen eventually. I'll wait.
Isn't it so funny though that like everyone complained about her writing breakup songs, and now she's in a genuine relationship, and she drops an album, and now everyone just complains that it's gonna be like whatever. Like, I just think it's so funny. Like, regardless of whatever she does, people just complain.
Well, yeah, because they want to complain about her.
Like,
that's because the problems with her and not the music.
I think this new album is gonna be a tell sign of her MO is always for people that like me that don't give two fucks about her. Is always she gets in a relationship, break up, new album drops. That's the MO we get. Now this one is different in the sense now there is no breakup, new album. All right, what the fuck is she singing about? Because usually it's about ex-boyfriend or this or that.
You're still singing about an ex-boyfriend.
All right, I love how she admits it's gonna be upbeat. Can't wait to hear that. Fucking every fucking song out there is about a fucking breakup that everybody's hooting and hollering about. Now this whole album's about upbeat bullshit.
I mean, she's made upbeat albums before. This
one is dedicated. She can't bitch about guys this time around, so I can't.
Sure she can. What do you mean she can't?
Well, okay. Travis doesn't do the fucking dishes.
Well, someone be about Travis.
Album.
Be mad at someone else.
You're not gonna fucking make an album about another dude while you're fucking confessing your love for
millions of dollars.
Travis.
I'll sing about anything for millions of dollars.
Do you really? Yeah, millions of dollars. Do you think fucking Taylor Swift needs millions of fucking dollars to talk about some other fucking dude?
Yeah, but the people who make millions of dollars don't need it. That's the whole point. They do the
She
things
don't
that
need
make
it,
millions of
and
dollars.
she's not gonna do it. She's what Allison
I don't
just said
know.
about this
I don't
dumb
really
chick.
care.
She's
I'm
built
just
on
saying.
principle, and all this fucking hoorah shit that Allison just spilled and made me
Well,
almost
I
vomit.
know. I mean, I do think there is a part of the Taylor Swift equation that is very like CEO, right? Like I think people do ignore that for some reason. Like she's a brand and she cares for her brand very, very closely.
Correct.
There's a lot of parts of the Taylor Swift persona that are exactly that persona.
Correct. So
Um
for me, so
she's
yeah, I
still
love,
doing good things with her platform. Like she's
but
still
I love
empowering women. She's still doing the
continue, but
philanthropy. You know what I mean? Like
continue,
it's still
Ryan.
good, but
Ryan, continue. But everything is fucking
not
all this
everything.
PR bullshit. Where this my first podcast. What podcast? I'm going to a somewhere that is controlled
Well,
and
yeah,
bullshit.
obviously.
Okay, so
It's
to
gonna
me,
be your
she's
only
fake.
podcast, probably.
Yeah, I think she's fake as fuck. What do you want me to expect? She went to a safe fucking zone where she can play the part of what she wants to perceive to be. Awesome, great.
Well,
Here's
look,
my
I
theory.
mean,
She's been in 10,000 fucking relationships. They all went down to shits. It ain't one fucking boy. It was both of them, obviously. So I would love to know the other side of the picture. I'm only getting one side of the picture.
well, that's
So
because
for
they don't know
me,
how to play guitar,
I
Jose.
would love to be
Well, John
curious.
Mayer
I've
does.
seen some ex-boyfriend put 10,000 fucking songs about her and listen to that bullshit. That's more of
I
my
mean, but it hasn't
curiosity.
happened, and
Because
it could
with
have
men,
happened.
we give two fucks, my dude.
Well, I'm saying, so she couldn't have been that bad because it hasn't happened.
I mean, they broke up for a fucking reason, man. She probably bad in bed for all I know.
Oh,
Maybe, but there's no, John Mayer didn't write a song about it, so
Well,
we don't know.
John didn't make My Body's a Wonderland for either, a
I
Wonderland
mean,
song either. So,
that came out when she was a child,
well,
which is a separate problem.
there wasn't a song about any body part that was dedicated to her, period. So we can go with
That's
that route
yeah,
too.
sure. No, that's for sure. I don't
we
know
will
why we
see
would.
where
Okay.
this goes in the future, but Taylor Swift on the New
Ah,
Heights podcast, we will for sure see them again. But why don't I actually stick to the celebrity? Ryan, you mentioned Timothée Chalamet. Why don't we
mhm.
actually talk about his new movie? His new movie trailer came out, Marty Supreme. I'm going to play the trailer for Ryan, Jose, and Allison. I will not, unfortunately, be able to broadcast it for obvious reasons on YouTube and
Yeah.
podcasting platforms. But let me show Ryan, Allison, and Jose really quick on this. And then you tell me what's going on. But let me just paint the picture. This movie called Marty Supreme, about set in the 1950s, with Timothée Chalamet playing Marty Mauser, a ping pong prodigy with big dreams and fierce confidence, co-starring Gwyneth Paltrow, who plays his lover in the film, Tyler the Creator, who's going by his real name, Tyler Oki something, Kevin, what's his name from Shark Tank's
Kevin
in it?
O'Leary,
Yes, Kevin O'Leary.
Mr.
But
Wonderful.
they say this is a combo of comedy, sports drama, romance, and period aesthetics, and it's based on the real life ping pong legend Marty Reisman. And the person directing the film and writing it is Josh Safdie, formerly of the Safdie brothers, but they broke up, and now they're making films on their own. Also, Benny Safdie, who you might know from Oppenheimer, he played the bad guy um in Happy Gilmore 2,
Mhm.
and he is doing his solo directorial debut, the movie starring The Rock, The Smashing Machine. They are going head to head on Christmas Day against each other. Both
That's cool.
A24 movies, but this one though, Marty Supreme. Let me play the trailer, and you tell me your thoughts after that. So quick pause. So I just played the trailer for Ryan, Jose, and Allison. You tell me your thoughts really quickly for arguably the biggest male star in Hollywood right now.
Dude, if this movie beats Smashing Machine in terms of box office, Benny needs to retire from his directing gig already. Listen, I just talked about it just a little bit, but have now seen everyone in it is going to perform really good. Okay? They're all going to be very good actors.
There's there's a love scenes between Gwyneth Paltrow and Chalamet only because nothing
Well, yeah,
no obstacles there.
and he was also making out with the other girl. Everyone is gonna do a phenomenal performance, I'm sure of it. But this movie is still, without a question, about a guy who plays ping pong, and he's treating that again. By the movie's own admission, it is not a big deal in the United States, only overseas, and they're presumably trying to make it a big deal in the United States. I don't really know what that's about, but this is a movie about a guy who takes ping pong very seriously. That is the premise of this movie. He has a big dream for ping pong. That is obviously very funny and silly, but I don't think anyone in the movie is going to be aware of that while they're performing. I think they're going to play this.
That's where the character study comes in. This has to be the hook.
They're gonna play this as serious as a car accident, and it's about ping pong. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have a hard time. I really do think I am staying invested in a movie about ping pong. That being said, it's got the better cast of the two, factually. I mean, it's got a great cast, frankly. And so if Chalamet pulls it off, and that's the number one grossing movie on Christmas about ping pong, I mean, that's incredible. That alone should be award winning. If he can make this the number one movie on Christmas Day, that should be award winning. Because I don't know how you do that. Genuinely. And I love me some absurd storytelling. Like everyone who listens knows this. I don't want it to make sense most of the time. But I'm just like, I can't treat ping pong like it's the most important thing that's happening ever. Because it's not. I mean, maybe to Marty. And I guess if they really portray that super well, you could have a tragic hero kind of a vibe by the very end when you realize ping pong is still not a serious sport in the year of our Lord 2025.
I haven't seen a ping pong movie since Bowls of Fury.
Well, right, and that movie is horrible. Horrible movie. Love it. Love watching it. Makes me laugh, but it's bad, and that's why it makes me laugh. And I do think that is sort of clouding my judgment, that I'm expecting a ping pong movie to be absurd because they've made exactly one and it was absurd.
They
But
said here, I read that he did his own stunts for this film.
well, all right, yeah, I read that too, and that bothered me. He played ping pong. What do you mean his own stunts? He played ping pong. They're not stunts. It's a ping pong game. He played a game. He played a children's game. To me, I see that's the stuff. They're treating it so serious, and I'm like, it's about ping pong, guys. Like
But
everyone
I mean,
needs
that's
to be
the
way
thing,
chiller.
though. This we have Timothée Chalamet right in our age group. He has
Yeah.
literally the world in the palm of his hands. More than it's hard to say arguably more than Taylor Swift because I think the way they go about their life
We had
is
that
different.
argument though, remember?
But this dude can do no wrong, and everybody loves him. And I really respect him too. And I will say, watching that trailer, he really does have a screen presence to him.
Oh yeah.
Compared to like old, his contemporaries older. I mean, he is born to be a star.
100%.
And
I
now
agree
we
with
have
that.
to see. This is a good test to see how much this world loves me. Will you see a biopic about a ping pong player?
Well, it's barely a biopic too, because there's explosions, and I refuse to believe that this Marty Reisman had people shooting at him. There's no way. I don't believe that.
Are you down later to see what his whole life is? This guy,
I will absolutely.
Please tell me what is the key.
I will look up.
If this
Marty
is based
Reisman.
on was he like in the? If he's like, was he flirting with 50s movie stars back then?
I know for a fact about Marty Reisman because I looked up just Wikipedia very briefly. When he passed away, he was president of the International Ping Pong League. That's what I know about him as of right now.
Did he have the swagger of a Timothée Chalamet?
I'll look. I'll see if I can find clips of him playing.
But that's the thing.
His bio doesn't read that way. Like his CV doesn't read that way.
Really? Well, that's where why I brought this up is Timothée Chalamet. Like this is after his second Oscar nomination.
Mm-hmm.
After a lot of people wanted him, I think, outside of the Academy to actually win it, but the Academy picked Adrian Brody.
Which is weird.
What is your next move? I know he's filming the third Doom film in the summer. Obviously, big mainstream hit there. But how big of a move is this for Chalamet now? This movie that we will still have to wait 4 odd months. I don't think it's performing in a film festival circuit, so we don't get early reviews. If it were, no, you gotta wait till Christmas.
You know what is interesting, actually, Matt? Just thinking
And I
about
love the
this.
directors too, by the way. I love both brothers. I love their movies. So
This is interesting because we talk. There was an era of Chalamet that felt very artsy, right? And then all of a sudden, he switched it up to be kind of like, I'm just a regular dude, just a bro like everybody else, right? Recently. This is like those two sides colliding. He's
yeah,
making an artsy movie while also trying to making it about one of the broiest things ever, which is playing ping pong in your friend's basement after a couple of beers. So like this is him mixing those two things up well. So if it works, he's golden. But I'm doubtful. I'm doubtful.
well, I definitely will see it. I'm excited. The dude's got my support, and I just hope I'm very intrigued to see where this goes.
Yeah.
And I want to see how more perfect can things get for and like, will he get an Oscar nomination for this one? I mean, we still have a long ways to go, but interesting move. And I think it shows that movie stars still are a thing. Maybe they're not as many as there used to be, but you could still be a movie star in the current day. All right. So we have the Ultimate Fighting Championship make its blockbuster deal earlier this week. The UFC and Paramount, sorry, I should say, the UFC and parent company TKO Holdings signed a 7-year, $7.7 billion media rights agreement with Paramount, now merged with Skydance as Paramount Skydance Corporation. That works out for $1.1 billion per year in this deal. The UFC is $1 billion a year, the UFC, right? So what changes for this? Starting in 2026, all 13 numbered UFC events and 30 fight nights per year will be streamed exclusively on Paramount Plus. And also the plug here, check out Dolo's UFC 319 preview, available now on all podcasts and platforms and YouTube. Check out his reaction over the weekend there. They're having that in Chicago. But select marquee events will also be simulcast on CBS, offering broader broadcast accessibility. And goodbye to the pay-per-view structure. The pay-per-view model is done, at least in the world of combat sports. I think, well, not except with like the zone and boxing, they have that weird thing, but pretty much the pay-per-view is gone. Paramount will offer tier subscription plans, $8 a month with ads, $13 a month ad-free, and making it way more accessible than the ESPN Plus pay-per-view model was.
Yeah.
And yeah, what a win for Paramount, guys. And Dana White confirmed that he's hyped for this. The fighters will get bonuses, or I should say their bonuses will increase. And yeah, we'll see. You know, we have the big UFC event taking place in front of the White House on the 250th anniversary of the United States' birth. And yeah, bottom line though, UFC way more accessible. They're paying a lot of money for UFC, and we'll see if they step up. You guys think this is gonna work? You guys like this? I'm intrigued.
It's gonna work. It's gonna work fabulously.
Did they pay too much? Did they pay too little?
No, I think they got it right. This is gonna work out fabulously for UFC. This is the moment. I don't believe UFC will ever be more popular than it is right now. I don't know how long the popularity lasts. This could be for the next 10 years. I don't know. But UFC has stop it, Jose. The UFC is
I think he has a point there.
Yes. UFC is at its peak right now.
Really? Okay.
Yes, it is.
Well, what if, but there's no really big prize fighters like they were, unless you're the hardcore fan.
This is what I'm saying. I'm kind of surprised he's saying it's at its peak now.
It is.
I think it's at its cultural.
No, it's at its cultural peak right now. I'm telling
Ryan,
you. It might be hitting down. It might be hitting down. We might have had all the big stars that launched up, and now okay. At one point, you're going to stop talking so I can finish
do me, because you.
So what we're doing,
Matt, do me the last 5 pay-per-views and tell me what year were they, so we can shut them up about the whole. This is at its peak now.
What year were
Give me the top 5 top 5 pay-per-views.
You're not hearing me, which is fine because you like to not hear me.
It's not.
I said it may have been on the rise. It is, you know, a roller coaster, Jose. Get to the very top of it and then you go down. That's where we're at with UFC right now. It's not going to get more
It's
valuable.
not hasn't been in years.
Just to answer Jose's question, we're at UFC 319 this weekend. The number one UFC is UFC 229, Khabib versus McGregor, UFC 202, UFC 257, UFC 264, UFC 246.
So ready? As I said half a second ago,
Jesus Christ.
the UFC will never be worth more than it is right now. Allison, was that what I said?
You
Comment
said that's
section.
peak.
Comments. Yes. If it's worth more now than it will ever be.
About fighting now?
It's not at its peak, period.
Oh my God. Okay, whatever. I'm ignoring you. It's worth more dollars right now than it will ever has been and ever will be. It will only be worth less money going forward. So this was if you were going to pay them a lot of money to try and make it back, now was the time to do it, because 2 years from now, it won't be even a quarter as popular as it is, roughly speaking.
Already.
So, to me, this is great for UFC. This is the only time Paramount will make any money off of a purchase like this, because this is, again, it's only going down. It's not going to go up any further.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it's supposed to be. All right, this is where it's reached its crest, as it were.
Okay.
I do think what this does mean, though, is we're seeing what the bigger model is going forward. No more pay-per-views, right, and all that. But we're seeing the NFL and WWE trying to put stuff behind a paywall. And we're seeing that paywalls are becoming less popular, not more popular, because UFC, which has historically been behind the ESPN paywall and done fine, is no longer going to be behind that wall. Also, I will say, in terms of the star making thing, and this is probably where ESPN has their biggest opportunity other than a massive paycheck that they'll never be able to replicate, they're about to be on TV, like actual CBS television. You could just turn it on. You can accidentally catch a UFC fight. That has never been the case before. So to me, if there's any stars in the making on their fight roster, this deal is going to reveal who they are. So they might, and again, there might not be, in which case they've collected an awesome check that they would not get a year from now. And again, CBS is going to get, UFC while it still has its relevance. But I think if there are any stars there, being on television is going to help make them. So to me, there's a lot of upside for both parties. And even if none of it pans out, CBS got to use the UFC while it still had something to offer, and UFC got to make $1 billion, which they will never make any time after this. There.
Ryan, name me the top 3 UFC stars.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Because it just proves that you don't know jack shit, and your argument for the last 10 minutes of my fucking life just went to waste.
What part of what I said was wrong, Jose?
Every fucking thing, especially when you fart the first 30 seconds of your fucking conversation is like, oh, it has just peaked. Fucking, it hasn't just fucking peaked.
Okay, here's the deal, Jose. You
Listen,
you should, everyone listening, you
Ryan,
should listen to Jose.
Ryan, you spoke.
Yeah, but then you came in all salty like a mother at first, so now I'm going to speak again.
Me and Dolo had a whole conversation.
You and Dolo should have a whole conversation.
Broke that shit down.
You broke down the fighters, Jose.
You just read the whole shit about the UFC.
I'm not talking about the fighters, Jose.
Jesus
I don't give a fuck who wins.
Jesus,
I do not care. I do not care who wins.
5-6 years ago, it plateaued a long time ago.
Fucking make more money every year. Every year they make more money, Jose. How can you plateau as a business if every year you successfully make more money than the year before? No, you're talking about the product.
Ryan, how about
stop it? You're a fan of the product.
Shut the fuck up, Ryan, because you spoke for 10 fucking minutes. So shut the fuck up and listen to me clearly. Here, Matt, I'm gonna give you another fucking proof since you like that. Matt, look up the last 10 fucking pay-per-views. Give me the buy rates. Shut the fuck up, Matt. Matt, for the last 5 years, go look at the last 5 buys. Tell this motherfucker, because this nigga thinks he's making money every pay-per-view. It's been on a decline for the last 5 years, Matt.
I said, dude.
5 years ago, it's dead. This deal, they Paramount overpaid for this product, period. But you're saying they got
if every year from 2020 to
Holy shit.
2025, if every year from 2020 to 2025, the UFC and TKO returned a bigger profit than they did the year before, then they are factually growing as a business. End of conversation. So unless you're telling me that the UFC has made less money year over year since 2020, you are wrong. I'm not telling you who to put your money on. I'm not telling you who to gamble in fights. I'm counting dollars and cents. Any conversation that isn't about that is irrelevant to the TV deal. CBS does not give a shit who the main star of UFC is. They could not care less. They don't care. They care about if every single year that company will bring in more money that they will get a piece of because they are airing it. That is the only thing they care about. It is a business. They don't care about whether the sport is good. They don't care about who wins the damn thing. They just want every year for it to make more money. So your conversation is totally cool, and you can hop on to what's called this weekend and talk about it with Dolo.
The last 10 fucking minutes you
can
told.
talk about the show with Dolo and how it's not as good as 202, but that's still not relevant.
God damn, Ryan, you don't want to watch the fucking UFC, and you're telling me it's fucking peaking right now.
Because I can count, Jose. Because I can count, Jose. I can read numbers on a screen. It was X dollars, and then it was X plus 10 the next year. That's growing.
At a fucking little warehouse, my nigga. That's how
who cares? If they make more money, then who cares?
They got fucking fight nights are fucking warehouses, Ryan. That's what it got to, my nigga. But we're peaking, right? We're pulling numbers out there.
Yes, if you're making more money.
Obviously doing cost cutting measures. God damn.
Oh my God.
God damn right, but they're
you cannot cut to profit, dude. You don't make more money by You don't make more money by.
You pay these motherfuckers $5,000 for the low card, makes 5 G's.
Okay, but they did that before, Jose.
What are you making?
But they did that before, Jose.
Shit, Ryan.
They literally have done that always. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed.
UFC is going to make 10 times more money now. That's free.
That's why they got $1 billion.
Wait till the next deal is going to be more. You're saying this is the best deal and that's it. You dumbass.
I'm saying if they didn't make this deal this year.
Ryan. That was the only deal. They're in the fucking TV right deal. Of course, you have to make a deal with somebody.
If they re-signed
with
ESPN, Jose.
My God. Then we had a discussion how I told you UFC wanted to go to Netflix for $1 billion and Netflix said no. They got their $1 billion.
But they got their $1 billion somewhere else. What does that have to do with fucking anything, Jose? Genuinely, so I'm confused beyond.
What because you're saying that they peaked. They're not peaked.
If they didn't take this deal when they went to the next time, they would not get $1 billion. Shit. If they were on ESPN for another 5 years, then 5 years from now, when they tried to get on Netflix, they would not get $1 billion for it. That's what I said. I said they will not get a better deal this year than this one. They are worth $1 billion right now. They will not be worth $1 billion next year without the CBS deal. They will not be worth $1 billion in 5 years without the CBS deal. This is the best deal they could get right now. It's the most money they can make this year.
No deal, Ryan. They need a fucking deal. What the fuck?
But you can get a deal with someone else, Jose. They worked with ESPN for fucking years.
Who are they going to get it from? Do you think they're going to start for ESPN? They're not going to go. They never wanted to go back with ESPN. That was
I didn't say they wanted to. If nobody pays you, you go back to ESPN, Jose. What are you talking about?
Ryan. Oh, fucking
Ryan. Move on.
Ryan.
Move on.
This motherfucker don't know shit about the UFC, and this nigga coming in with this shit.
No, that's correct. But I can count.
Christ.
I can count money. I could just look at money and say this money is more than this money.
Fucking peaked. They haven't fucking make a buy rate that's fucking God. I don't even think they do 100,000 anymore. But they fucking peaked.
If they're making more money, then yes, they did. That is what a business is. A business is not whatever Jose likes to watch on TV.
What money? They making no money, Ryan.
Okay, you're telling. Okay, they are. That's a provable fact that Jose is wrong about. He's wrong about most of them, but this one you can prove. Go ahead and Google it. Thank you.
Ryan, there's no stars.
No, it's fine.
There's
Move on.
Nothing.
Move on. We're not talking about stars.
How
We're talking
about you shut the
TV
fuck up? No, shut the fuck up because you be talking for 20 fucking minutes and you're telling me to fucking move on.
Yeah, because you're gonna say the same thing over and over again.
How about to shut the fuck up and listen? Point blank, there ain't no fucking money. They needed to get out of ESPN. They took the fucking deal.
Didn't exist. Why?
Homie,
Because Jose said so.
ESPN gave him the fucking money.
Yes, that means they made the money, dude. What are you talking about?
They could have made 10 times more.
Well, they
Motherfucker.
couldn't because they couldn't get a better deal. Jose.
Ryan, you
The
say
money they made
UFC
is the money
is
they made.
peaking, and nobody watches the shit. I don't even pay for the shit. I legally
Listen, dude. I get
fucking
it.
get it from India.
A
But for
hot
some
take is a
reason,
hot take. You want people to
fucking these
love you.
motherfucking thing.
Nuclear opinions.
I guess.
It definitely is.
Well, I enjoyed your discussion, you two. Great work. All right, let's ask some fun questions now. I'm going to ask you a few questions. You tell me what you think. The first thing I'm going to ask you, what is the pettiest reason you ever broke up with somebody or ended a situationship or ever quit a job? So you tell me one of those three. What is the pettiest reasons you basically ever broke up with someone or broke off a job?
You already know for these two, it's gonna be breaking a job.
I mean, yeah, mine will definitely be a job. I've never been in a situationship to break up. But I had one job. This is a while back now, actually. Like right, it was like post-COVID time, where I put in for an what's it called? I put in for like a raise, not a raise, but like it was a new position, but it was a promotion, right? And I didn't get it, but I got a different one. So they did promote me, but it wasn't what I wanted. And so I left because I wanted a different job. I mean, I found another job too first, within a few weeks, and then I left. But yeah, there was a time where I got promoted, but I didn't. But then I left because I didn't like the promotion that they gave me. I wanted a different one. So I guess that's pretty petty because, promotion is still good, but
Good.
there you go.
Allison, you ever have a petty reason to break up with somebody or end a situationship?
One time, I mean, this was like part of it. It wasn't like, shut up. This wasn't like the entire reason, but it added to it. One guy's like semen didn't taste good.
And you broke up with him?
No, that is a reason.
Yes, that's the reason. Like it
Oh,
was
that's
it
petty.
was it was like it was like funky and like
oh my god.
yeah.
I don't even
That's
know.
I don't like that.
Not it. So Matt, you definitely would be like, no, because you stink.
Right. That's about that hygiene.
Yeah.
And sorry if this is too much for you, just fast forward the next minute. But when it comes to the taste of love juice, I just don't know what it is, what it tastes like, if it's good or bad. I just thought it was all the same.
No.
When you're in your pod to get to the promised land, but I guess not.
Really?
I did.
Really? What the?
I expect that.
I'm sorry. I expect that answer from Ryan, Matt. I do not expect that answer from you. All the
I actually knew
solely
that.
For my grandma listening, I'll say pretty much everything. That's one of the few times I will pivot.
And then
I'll just use funnier words.
And then I will say,
but if you want me to just be blunt, cover your ears. I did not know cum had other tastes.
Oh, jeez.
No, they do. You could change the taste a little bit too.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Well, that's why women like
allegedly
like
pineapple juice. Yep.
Pineapple.
Pineapple juice.
It makes it sweeter.
I do love pineapple juice.
Or watermelon or mangoes.
Okay, so the sweeter fruits.
Yes, you eat enough of it.
Melons, I should say.
You can do that. I mean, yeah, pretty much.
And then one time when I was in college, I experienced a micro penis and I panicked. I genuinely did. And I panicked and I faked an anxiety attack to get out of hanging out with him.
That's wild.
This was like one of my craziest stories, but he was actually like going down on me. TMI, sorry, Matt's grandma. But he was going down on me, and as he was so into it, but it was so bad. So my phone was like on the bed next to me, and I texted my roommate and I said, "Hey, can you call me like there's an emergency?" And I turned my finger on and my phone volume up, and it was going off. So he stopped when my roommate called, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's my roommate. I hope nothing's wrong." And then he called. And then I was like, "Oh my God, is everything okay?" And then I like fake cried and got out of it, and he took me home. And then I never spoke to him again.
I mean, I think you probably hammed it up a little too much. I'm not gonna lie, Allison. That sounds like there was too much performance art. You should have kept it more like, "Oh, who's calling me?" And then be like, "My roommate." Be like, "What's up?" And then you do the fake cry. To be like, "I hope nothing's wrong," and then confirm something is wrong. I think that.
I'm sure that's how I said, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, listen, I don't know. He could be stupid, in which case he probably believed you. But you know,
Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, I don't know if anyone's ever seen a micro penis, but
I've not.
for those of you out there that have it, that's fine. I know it's like a thing, but
Well, yeah, I suppose you can't do anything about it. But no, I've never like. It's just super small, right? Like, I mean, I'm not like obviously it's super small, but like it doesn't look any different. It's just physically smaller, correct?
you can look it up in your free time, right?
I'll look it up in my free time.
Exactly on that one. The pettiest reason. What is the pettiest thing? What is the pettiest thing I did to start a breakup or in a situationship?
Probably smelled that.
No.
Well, one time someone slept me.
If anybody went that far, I would have not given them the time of day. But one comes to mind, and I swear to God, this isn't a political. It's gonna come off politics, but it was more the mentality of like, you really think this way, blah blah blah. It was somebody over the phone told me we were talking about something. I don't know how this got brought up. Politics were brought up, and they told me, you know what, Jimmy Carter, one of the greatest presidents that we've ever had. Now, that's factually incorrect. And this isn't a Republican or Democratic thing. There is math, science, and social studies that show he was very, very bad at his job. Great guy, bad at his job.
Yeah.
But it's the idea is like, okay, if this person is thinking so hard in their political views like that they could truly deny facts, then this ain't gonna work. Already for me, also somebody. Obviously, I deal with politics with this show. Obviously, I take politics seriously, but I don't take them. I take them seriously in the fact of, this is how my life is going to be, but I don't have any emotion towards it because it is what it is and stuff like that, which I've made very clear on this show and in my personal life. So basically, them saying Jimmy Carter was a great president, I said, nope. And this is me also, a registered Democrat who does think more on broader scale, but I don't identify either or. Right now, at least. So, Jose, your turn.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the part of the girl in the stomach area that's always fat? What they call it?
I don't even know.
The fupa. Yeah, I saw a girl's fupa,
okay.
and I broke up with her because of that.
What's a fupa?
Go look it up.
You know where the vagina is?
It's
that part swollen.
It's like the pube part.
Yeah.
It gets super fat looking. Yeah, I saw that
it's like
shit.
if you have a stomach, it's like you have two stomachs.
Yeah. Once I saw that, I was done.
What do we do? Okay. Well,
all right. Well, there you go. That's a great answer.
Well,
a fupa-based
you don't
answer
know
is
what
good.
a fupa is, Matt. Why don't you go look it up real quick and tell me that gets you hot and bothered, please.
Just like crop tops, and they're
yeah.
Matt,
Imagine this chick got a crop top on and the fupa's all out and shit. Yeah, let me see you get your dick hard for that one, Matt. Jeez.
You know what? I probably wouldn't. I do admit
that, and then a girl wouldn't let me anal fuck her, and I was done after.
A what?
Dude, you were so close, man. We almost made it out of a segment without you saying something we can't use.
Wouldn't let me have anal sex after she promised me.
Wait, what's wrong with anal sex?
She wouldn't let me. She promised me anal sex, and she said, nah, not today. I'm like,
Oh,
all
she
right.
promised you. I thought you were saying you were mad
Oh,
because
no.
she wanted to do anal sex.
Oh no,
No,
no, no.
oh shit, I enjoy anal sex. You crazy. Let me get that in the tightest spot possible.
There you go. Learned a
And
lot.
there you have it. No crop tops, small fupas, and tight
No
holes.
food. Yep, and yeah, pretty much.
Full shirt fupa can't lose.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to keep my dick fucking late and small. Put a crop top and have your fupa hanging out.
God.
Interesting. The next thing we are going to
Yeah,
transition from
fucking that. It's interesting.
is, why don't we stick to the movies? I saw this on one of my favorite movie Twitter pages. What's a random line from a movie that fans of it instantly know? So
That's
basically,
easy.
yeah, tell me some movie quotes that just stick out. We know what you're talking about.
Hold
You
me,
know
Jack.
like, hold me, Jack.
I'll never let go.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you say?
Or
No.
I'll be back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
I
good
think that's the
one.
ultimate one. I'll be back.
So, to be clear, are these like random ones, like, or
I mean,
these
they could be
ones?
anything. They're recognizable movie lines.
Because that was
Recognizable
my
pieces
thing.
of
I was trying to
dialogue.
think of like what is like a movie dialogue that is recognizable, but also like not like a key part of the
You
movie. You know what I mean?
you realize that like half of Arnold Schwarzenegger's shit
Yeah.
is
Arnold
all
and
fucking
Sylvester
like
movies.
get to that chopper. Like
Right? Yeah,
fucking
he's
all
just
the,
saying
yeah,
something. I
like
got
he
you.
just
Yeah,
one
If you
big
You
can
thing.
seen
dodge a
Lethal
wrench,
Weapon
you can
2?
dodge a ball.
Yeah, that you seen
that's a
Lethal
good one.
you
But that
seen
one I think
Lethal
is meant to be memorable.
You saw Lethal Weapon 2 when he's like, I have diplomatic immunity, shoots him in the face. Well, it's been revoked. By Danny Glover. Never saw it. Never saw
Uh,
Lethal Weapon 2?
I
I
think you
have. I
went
just don't know
you
if I
yeah
know that
Really good
quote
sequel.
now.
you went for a stretch on that one.
Really good sequel.
Yeah,
No,
usually
I like the movie. I just don't remember
lethal
the
weapon.
quote.
One thing
Usually
I love,
lethal weapon. You'd be like, I'm too old for this shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
That's a
another
good
one.
one.
I
Also,
You know what
the
I
one
love
I
from Toy Story?
yeah.
During the plastic erosions meeting, which I think was a huge success.
Oh, that's from the beginning, right?
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. I love
I
that
do
as an
like that
adult.
scene. I like that scene. It is funny. The one I picked though was "Keep the change, you filthy animal."
Home Alone.
Yep. Because what's funny
That's
is
overrated. People talk about that shit all the and I hate. They say that every year. I'm tired of when they talk about that. Oh, you filthy animal. You filthy animal. You filthy animal. You feel. I get it. You've seen Home
I have
Alone.
almost never heard anyone talk about that particular quote, but yes, is from the fake movie from the Home Alone movie. So I thought that was kind of funny. That was one of the ones that I was thinking. Then I'm walking here from Midnight Cowboy. That's another one because it was ad-libbed. He actually almost got hit by the cab, allegedly. So that's another one that I kind of always think of like I'm walking here when I think of Midnight Cowboy or vice versa.
And you know what I love? Thinking more about Toy Story. Woody's just such a petty, witty character. He's like, "Here's my laser. Oh yeah, we can blink him to death."
Or
That's a
like,
that's
yo,
a good one.
Adrian.
Oh yeah.
Yo, Adrian, yeah. All right, hold
Yo.
on. You can't possibly think that people talk about you filthy animal more than Yo, Adrian.
Oh, come on, Rocky. Rocky.
Rocky
Rocky's
is
a
a better
standard.
movie, but that doesn't mean that it's not more quoted than Home Alone. People quote Rocky
I
all
think
the time.
People quote Home
yo,
Alone all the time. That line.
Not that line though.
Yes, they do.
you know what's so funny? The only
They
like
quote
action
the
star you
bandits.
can't action star you can't really get a quote is Van Damme. Like
Well, I
you
don't think
can't even
Yeah, a
he's
think
lot
of
of
ever
one
people
had
for
a.
don't
him.
really watch his
The
movies.
Yeah,
only
but say he hasn't
the
had a
Have
only
you
movie
thing
seen
worth quoting.
Bloodsport?
well, I mean Bloodsport and all like fucking all the movies, but the only thing you can really
Muscles from
fuck with
Brussels.
Van Damme is his fucking dance moves, and you can't use that.
One that one that sticks with me is, who do you think you got, Chelsea Clinton? And it is
Who's that?
it's Chris Tucker from Rush Hour when he's on the phone with the terrorists and they're saying the ransom for the little diplomat's daughter that they're getting, and he's like, all right, hold on, let me get my pen. And they say the money and he goes, damn, who do you think you got, Chelsea Clinton? And, and it just makes me laugh. And I think of that movie. And I think anyone who's seen Rush Hour 1 thinks everything Chris Tucker said is funny. And that's just one of the few that I remember pretty closely.
My favorite Chris Tucker is from Friday. Weed is from the earth. Just they had the big worm. Just a funny character.
I don't know if there's another like Rush Hour 2 is not nearly as quotable. I'm just thinking about it.
I haven't seen the Rush Hour since I was a kid. I couldn't even
Oh,
tell you.
they're
I have to
so good.
rewatch them.
I
It was made
rewatch
from
them
a very
all the
problematic
time.
director, so
I rewatch them all the time. I won't give that up. I don't care who did it. I don't care who made it, what they did. Oh, that's not true. There's one
Oh,
scenario which
Brett Ratner?
there is
yeah.
one scenario that I will not speak into existence, that would keep me from watching the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Allison, what movie quotes really stick out to you?
I said a few of them.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, if you dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then as
That is a
if
good
from
one.
Clueless. I say that all the
As
time.
if I do
Yeah.
love that line.
Your best player thinks
Paul
he's a
Rudd.
pirate.
Paul Rudd's great
Sorry.
in that.
He-
When I think of dodgeball, I think of your best player thinks he's a
I'm
pirate.
gonna bring up. I had to do a paper on Brokeback Mountain in college. Did a
Mhm.
15-page paper on it, so I watched the movie like 5 times.
Yeah.
And it really
You
is one of
finished
the
after
best
the third
movies of all
paper too.
time. What?
Sorry, I was trying to say you finished after the third watch too, because you said you watched it 5 times. It was a joke. Sorry,
Mhm.
continue.
Yes. Anyways, one quote that I've used before, that I use to this day when a girl ever asks, "Are we going too fast?" I use this line that Jake Gyllenhaal said to Anne Hathaway: "Fast or slow, I like the direction you're going."
That's a pretty good line. That's a pretty good
Right?
line.
And another thing that when we talk about relationship stuff, another great one, this time from a homosexual couple, was when Jake Gyllenhaal simply said, "It's nobody's business but our own." And that applies to all relationship things.
Yeah.
And I Wish I Knew How to Quit You is brilliant because again, I think we all understand that. What's the other one?
There's no crying in baseball.
I've actually never
Gordon
seen that movie. I gotta
Falls.
get to
I'm
that.
Really?
surprised we never named one from like Star Wars. There's so many.
Oh, well,
Oh
like, may
my
the force be
god.
with you? What do you mean from Star Wars? Hello
Force be
there.
with you, Luke. I'm your
Luke.
father.
Oh, that's a good one. Well, he didn't say that, right? Wait, no, he
Han
did say that. What did he
Solo.
say?
He did say
Yeah.
that. Han Solo says when Princess Leia says,
Oh, I love
I
you.
love
I
you," he
know.
goes, "I
Yep.
know."
That's a great one. Gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. Godfather, right?
That's true.
Everybody knows that, and they'll do like that's like up there with the
I've
"You
never
come to
seen
me
The
on the day of
Godfather.
my." Yeah, you should probably watch that. But it's like similar to the "You come to me in the day of my daughter's wedding" thing. It's like people do the voice and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's. I think that kind of people know that one, obviously.
Mm-hmm. And
There's
another
one.
one
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I love Back to the Future, and there's really quotable lines in the first one, like "This is heavy," a great Scott, or
I like you.
What
I
point
like you
21
are my.
gigawatts?
Well, yeah, I like "You Are My Density" when he gets to "You're My
Oh
Destiny."
yeah,
Line.
yeah, yeah. That's a good one.
You are my density.
Mm-hmm. Well, what were we about to say, Jose? Then we'll go to the next one.
So of course the most famous one for me is Roddy Piper's.
Oh
I
yeah,
got bubblegum and I got kick ass and I'm all out of bubblegum or whatever it is.
Here,
That
kick
shit.
ass and chew gum, and I'm all out of gum, or something like that. Yeah.
Yes. Fucking
um,
amazing.
very underrated movie. They Live.
Yeah.
Gotta see that. All right, my last question for today. Just give me a nuclear opinion on dating and the dating world
Oh
right now.
goodness.
Oh shit.
Hmm. I had one yesterday, but I need a new one. So give me a
I
second.
have one.
Go for it. You go
For
for
How
it.
dating?
about a nuclear opinion on dating and the dating world, apps, life, all of that?
Mhm.
No.
Everybody should have a FaceTime date first before meeting in person.
I always do that.
I mean, that's a given. That's just safety alone. I wouldn't call that.
Yeah.
But
I won't even me,
I
even
don't even have a but.
me and with even me with even dating, even talking to a girl that says she's 4'11" or some shit. I'm FaceTime me for the safety.
Yeah. Make sure they're really who they say they are. I got one
Yeah.
though, because I've been listening. You guys think I don't listen to your troubles? I do. I listen to all your troubles when we talk about dating, and I've come to a conclusion, and I don't know if Allison will love this conclusion, but I think it's a fair conclusion that will fix a lot of problems. Men should not pay on the first date. Why I say that?
Ooh,
Why I say that?
Wow.
really?
And this
I
is
usually
new.
pay on the
I've
first
come. This
date,
is to be
so-
clear. This is not a deeply held belief. This is something that after talking about dating for as long as I've been talking about dating with you all, I've come to this conclusion. One of the things I hear all the time in the clips we listen to or in the conversations are how I don't want someone wasting my time, just trying to get a free meal out of me, all this stuff. Right? I get it.
That
And
is
it's
good,
creating
Ryan.
and it's creating this tense environment between people. On the first date, do one of two things. On the very first time you go meet in person, you do one of two things. Number one, you just split the bill. Neither one of you knows each other. You're trying to get to know each other. You both pay your own way. You get to know the other person, and you say, "Oh, cool. Now I know this person." Then you start going. Number two, and this is the one I would prefer personally, but either is fine. You do a free thing. You do something that doesn't cost money. You go to a park.
Walking.
You do a hike, right? You do something, and
Hike.
again, hikes get scary
I
because you
never
don't
get
know
the
them.
hiking date.
But
Like, who the hell wants to go on a 3-mile hike on a date?
oh, some
I
people like
understand a lot of
hikes.
people
Yeah.
do,
I think
but
it's
like,
fun.
you just walk around. Oh, look at us walking on the mountains.
Yeah, we get to
Look,
talk.
that's nice. Now we gotta walk down.
Let me push you
Fucking
off.
man.
I don't like you.
But in general,
This is
like,
somebody who likes to be active too. Maybe
yeah.
I'm just not a hiking person.
All right. Well,
For
yeah.
the
And
right
if you're not,
person,
you're
though,
not.
I will sacrifice that.
You also realize that if you're offering to go hiking because you're broke.
Well, right. No, now that's the case, Jose. Right?
Mhm.
In
Nuclear
today's
opinion.
world.
Nope.
But in my world, when this is forced into people's brains, it won't be that way. It won't be, oh, they're broke. It'll be, oh, they don't know me, so we're not going to pay right now. We're
Right.
doing something, and that takes the waste of time payment thing out of the equation. Nobody's using you for free anything. If they agree to a date with you, it's because they would like to meet you. And I think that will make men listen. I don't actually believe that men care half as much about being, used in most cases, but I think it's a convenient excuse. This gets rid of a convenient excuse, which forces men to come to their own feelings about why they're trying to run away from someone they haven't even met yet. And for the girls who are interested in just things and stuff, they gotta try at least once to connect with somebody on a more personal level. And everybody else who's genuinely out there looking for their person, this is really no change. You're going to go on a free date eventually, or you're going to split the bill at
That's
some point.
right.
You're just doing it first instead of third.
Excellent take, Ryan. Best thing you said all week.
That's right.
This
And
thing
how
sits
about
today.
nuclear opinion? No more than $40 maximum for
What the fuck can you buy for $40
date.
fucking dollars on the date?
40 is low.
I
You
was gonna
get
say in the
a
city, and that's
$15
low.
meal. You get a $15 meal each. $30 there.
That's
$5
low.
drinks. There you go.
That's low. I won't lie to
$10.
you.
Okay, fine. $75 max.
You can make 75 work. I'll be honest. If I like when me and my wife go out.
Listen, I'm
in
the sucker anyways who has to do it in the so doesn't really matter.
When my wife and I go out in the city, we kind of know it's gonna be like around $100 at minimum.
Yeah.
So we just kind of
40 will
budget for
work
that.
if you get milkshakes at the diner.
I mean, yes, no, you can
I
do
would go
stuff
to
for
a
40
diner for a date. That'd be so cute.
Oh, Jesus.
Depends on the diner. If it's a very aesthetic diner, then yes. If it's like a diner that's like barely hanging on, no, I think you wouldn't. You think you would, but I don't think you would.
I will not take a girl to a diner on my first date. Is
Why
it my
would you?
turn?
Yeah.
That's right.
Women that fucking swipes right on me, and then when you message them, they don't fucking message you back.
What
I think
about
that's the
them?
most.
Yeah, what's
They're the
what's the
most
opinion?
stupidest people in the world. Why are
Okay.
you swipe right on me if you're not even gonna say anything back?
People who swipe right without speaking are stupid.
Yeah,
Is the
well,
nuclear take?
yes. Well, yes. You're stupid as fuck and wasting my time. If you're gonna swipe and say you like me, and I swipe back at you, and it's not that you're waiting for me. I approach you, and crickets. I'm like, bitch, why the fuck was the point? You could have swiped
Maybe
left and kept it moving.
maybe she did like you for that second and then thought better of it.
Okay, you could delete me, but you still look. But you look at the fucking message. Fucking, they're just dumbasses. It's like no wonder they're fucking single. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any experience with that, so I can't comment on if that's good or not. But
I use like I use not Ryan's. I usually match pickup ones. Is like, hey, How much does an elephant or like a whale on a fucking iceberg? How much
How
does it
much
weigh?
does the
Enough to
polar
I
break
do
bear
not
weigh?
ice.
do.
Enough to
I
break
do.
ice?
I do not do
Yeah, there you
that.
go. It's
I actually
fucking
have.
I like
I actually have
Jose's
more wit.
better. How
Mine's
much
like
is the whale on an iceberg? Break the ice. Just send that. No
Just send
question.
that.
No
No one will
punctuation.
know. And
or
you'll
No
be fine.
punctuation or
Matt
capitalization.
yes,
All
no.
lowercase.
Yeah, just keep it
I have
moving.
more
Or
wit than
Matt's
that.
or Matt's
I know
Matt's
it's
like to
good.
use hey, you are a Pokemon, I choose you, and then go from there and see what happens. You know, Matt, I think Matt would think of some stupid shit, and that's shit I think Matt
If
would
you
say
were
on
a
the first.
Pokemon, I'd choose Charizard, and then I would choose you. That's anyway.
That too. That's the
Again,
honest one.
that ain't me. I actually got some wit to
I love
to
that.
my like.
How much is
Or
a
is she
whale
like,
on an
hey,
iceberg?
or Matt
Break
will
the
use,
ice.
hey,
Remember you the one who
who-
once said at the club you like to give kissy faces?
yeah, or like fucking what's the name, Matt, or I'll use Matt's like, hey, who's your tribal chief? Mine's is Roman Reigns. And
Now
get back to
I
me.
say
Yeah,
that later on.
but
I
okay,
say
but
that
Matt, I'm
after
just
4
fucking with you.
days.
I don't know what you really
No.
put.
I
I'm
like
just,
that. I do like that. I will talk about my tribal chief to the ones that matter. I
I'll
really
be
will see
like,
if they like me or not. Trust me.
I'm a
The
Paul
question
Heyman
has
guy.
been answered when I say that. What?
I'll be like, I'm a Paul Heyman guy. What type of guy are you? What type of person are you?
Again, that test has been done, and we have seen people pass that test. And I bring up anything super corny like that. And especially if you when I send random stuff in group chats or with people, that's I love you. That's my
That's
way
your
to
love
express
language.
My love language
Yeah.
is memes.
like the most craziest stuff. What did I do recently? Let's see what I did today in a group chat, just quickly.
You did the one where fucking you put Jeff Hardy on the computer.
Yeah.
Who would
Oh,
that
yeah.
remind you of? And then nobody
No.
even fucking. I think nobody fucking
Nobody
even
was.
replied.
No, I got
I'm like,
one like.
I'm like, in that, yeah, it was me because I'm the one that knows who the fuck Jeff Hardy is.
Trust me, that shows I have no shame. I will throw stuff. Sometimes it
Yeah.
sticks, sometimes it doesn't.
In
I
my
didn't know
head,
who
I'm
that
like,
was. I was so
yeah.
confused.
In my head, I'm like, fuck me, I'm in the wrong fucking chat group. Nobody knows who the
No,
fuck
that
Jeff
was
Hardy
specifically
is.
for that chat. Or I did the
I
one
know.
with the dog who needs to get adopted.
I
By the
cried
way,
at that. I was
can we
so
have
upset.
Roxy from the hunt? In all seriousness, Roxy from the Huntington County Humane Society. She needs help.
Yeah.
They did say I did see a lot of people go for her, so hopefully that's official over the weekend, and then we can celebrate that. So please make sure Roxy gets home, people, and we will put those who returned her into the grinder. Okay.
Yes. Her cuddling. That's so sad.
Exactly. Scumbag people. Don't get me started there. Last but not least, more positive. What random things did I send? The the dancing. I want to say in one chat I said, "Who's ready to kick some motherfucking ass today?" and I got, "Shut the fuck up." I said, "Shut the fuck up." And then I started a fight there. All right, but that's what I have. And who wants to see something crazy? So hopefully this isn't a sign of the rapture. If not, some people have some apology, so have some things to apologize for. But in Colorado, right? A group of rabbits in Colorado with grotesque horn-like growths may seem straight out of a low-budget horror film, but scientists say there's no reason to be spooked. The furry creatures merely have a virus. So let me show you what I'm talking about with the cute little rabbits here. Look at this. Look at this. This is real.
Whoa!
Yes, I guess they got this disease that gives you these
gross.
things.
Ugh.
The virus is
that?
influenced by centuries-old jackalope myth.
Yeah, I'm talking about the jackalope from the Scooby-Doo movie.
So I guess this is real, huh?
A jackalope is not real, but this is real.
I'm trying to think. The cottontails recently spotted in Fort Collins are infected with the most harmless shop papillomavirus, which causes wart-like growths that protrude Did I say that right? Protrude?
Yeah, protrude from their face like a metastasizing horns.
Exactly. Look at these demon rabbits.
Oh, that one's not
There.
bad.
Well,
That was not as bad.
cute.
Yeah, that second one is not bad. That first one is
Go
scary.
back. That was so cute.
I don't. Cute's is a strong word, Allison, for a rabbit with a growth. You know what I mean?
A zombie rabbit. Oh,
He's
oh,
got
that
my
one's
Google
scary.
images right now.
Oh, that one's
Yeah.
really
See,
crazy.
some of these are crazy. That
This
one's
is a-
fake.
This is a straight up
Yeah, that's AI.
horse. I don't know.
Some of them- oh, wow.
The ones that have like the antlers that look like deer are not real. That's the jackalope. It's a fake animal. But the ones with the growth like this, that's real.
Stay away. Stay away. Okay. One thing that pisses me off too that I'm about to share with you all. Have you heard about this trend? Adult baby pacifiers? Listen,
No.
I will apologize in advance if there generally is people with medical conditions where you need a pacifier. I'm sorry, but most likely you're not. I mean, there's a legit trend where adults are doing pacifiers, and the dentists are saying don't do that shit.
Well, yeah.
Look at this. This is real. This is why nobody takes younger people seriously.
Oh my God.
Ew.
Why? Whose fault is this? And why the Gen Z
people that
are
made
like this?
eating Tide Pods a thing.
No, it's not though, is it?
I don't know.
Wasn't that us who ate the Tide Pods? Not us, but like our
I was like,
generation.
whoa,
I
what?
mean, we're not that far. Was that was like right before the pandemic?
Was that really that recently that we were eating
Yeah.
Tide Pods?
Mhm.
Oh, wow. Jeez. Time has been. This has been the long.
This
2020
guy
has been
literally
the
said,
longest year
it
ever.
says, I'm reading here from this Post article. There's a reason why we don't drink out of baby bottles or suck up pacifiers as adults, said
Right.
Dr. Ben Winters, an orthodontist and creator of Something Nice oral care brand. Quote, it wreaks havoc on swallow and bite patterns. Okay, so then I take it back. You don't have a medical condition if you're doing a fucking pacifier now.
Right? Yeah, it messes with your teeth. Your dentist would not approve your pacifier. I just don't. What is the benefit of the pacifier?
Looking like a dumbass getting engagement.
Well, right, yeah, obviously for social media there's a benefit, but when babies use a pacifier, it's because they're used to for like food, right? They're used to getting food vis-a-vis the right, and so you give them a pacifier, and it's something that they're used to doing. These are adults; they know how to eat food, surely, so they have no use for a pacifier. It's not a calming thing to do, other than for a baby because it reminds them of when they're being fed, which they like. You know what I mean? Like, there's no benefit for an adult to do this, other against engagement online for everyone making fun of you for having a pacifier. But
Well, I don't respect it. And I'm going to show you something else I don't respect. Did you hear this story about this woman who's gone viral documenting her love journey, trying to fall in love with her psychiatrist?
oh,
She
no.
fell in love with her therapist,
yeah,
and she looks mad dumb.
which does
Unfortunately,
happen,
a lot of those,
but-
well, you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
So I can't find the clips. They were deleted because, duh.
Duh.
We have our old friend Soho Brody break it down. I'm not gonna play the full 4-minute clip of a minute and a half, but let me show you how much of a damn fool this woman is.
Psychiatrist?
No, of course.
Did you hear about the woman on TikTok that fell in love with her psychiatrist?
No, of course not. Shrink's nightmare.
A few years back, the despicable
Shrink's
sister
nightmare.
Kendra wanted to get on ADHD medicine. So she looked up a psychiatrist, found the first one she saw that looked attractive, and chose him.
So she was looking to fall in love with her psychiatrist.
my
What does it matter what he looks like when you got problems and you need Adderall?
How many hot psychiatrists even are there? There's probably a very low bar.
I only thought it was Dr. Melfi.
On her very first appointment, she trauma dumped everything that had gone on throughout her life. He listened, offered her compliments. She loved the attention and started developing feelings and thought he might be into her because he was being so inquisitive.
Literally his job to listen to you
Right.
and pretend like he gives a shit.
Some sessions he'd be hot, others he'd be cold, and she thought this was some sort of grand ruse to lure her in.
She thought he was grooming her.
In January of 2024, she was hit by a car, was told that she should probably go to urgent care, but she said, oh no, but I might miss my appointment with my psychiatrist. So she skipped urgent care despite the threat of internal bleeding and had another appointment.
So she limped her fucking ass over to the psychiatrist's office. They do be charging you that copay no matter if you show up or not, so I feel that.
She confided in him that her boyfriend was not pleasing her in the bedroom.
She started to make it sexual.
And in response, he laughed. She thought that meant she had gotten through to him.
He's like baby reindeer. She's coming up with her own bullshit in her own head, and this guy just out here doing his job.
So it's now revealed that this all started in COVID, so she's never actually met him in person. She fell in love through Zoom.
This is like BetterHelp. She fell in love over the web link.
When they finally met in person, she thought it was going to be grand romance. It was simply a pat on the back.
Of course, they're trying to help you, not fuck you.
After this, she needed to confide in even more people. Started using ChatGPT as a therapist that she named Henry.
I think the AI therapist is filling in for the psychiatrist who doesn't want to hit it.
When Henry's not giving her what she wants, she has another AI assistant, the great brother Claude.
Now we got Claude, so there's 2 AI shrinks.
I got 2 minutes left. You want to just hear the rest of it?
I mean, it's up to you.
Sure, why not?
Now.
We got 2 AI shrinks, a
Yeah, I'm kinda into
psychiatrist,
it.
and a real therapist who's a 75-year-old woman who told her feelings were valid and to go for it.
What the hell? You need to retire. That's the type of advice you got.
Too many cooks in the kitchen?
I feel like Henry and Claude probably get together inside the internet and talk shit about her.
So the next session she went to, she told the psychiatrist that she had a scandalous dream about the brother and they were entangling under a full moon.
Jesus Christ. That's got to be the most awkward position to find yourself in. She's laying on the couch more than likely, and he's behind the desk, hopefully trying to keep as far away as he can.
In this appointment, they went 15 minutes overboard, which to Kendra was a potential sign of love.
Yeah, all right. He just wanted 15 more minutes of that cash.
She told ChatGPT she could tell he's in love because of how professional he is with her.
Delusional, trying to hear what she wants to hear, see what she wants to see. It makes sense why she's seeing a psychiatrist, but shorty, you might need a little bit something stronger than ADHD medication.
The psychiatrist he's not currently dating, she thinks this is because she's meeting his emotional needs.
He has no emotional needs. His job is to address emotional needs.
They also see each other for a half hour every month, so that's 6 total hours in the year. Think about how fast that goes by.
Bro, so she's spending 29 days a month thinking about this dude?
And it's also been revealed that Kendra herself is supposedly an ADHD coach, even though she can't get her own medication. But it turns out one patient exposed her for being a quack who charged $3,000 for advice and then simply used the zodiac signs as a reference for how to get better. She's a crystal type girl.
I wonder what's her rising.
She sounds like a Gemini, split personality. She believes her and the psychiatrist were married in a past life. It's plausible.
That I'm not going to knock her on because in the past life, nobody knows.
She was talking to Henry, the ChatGPT specialist, so much that Henry ghosted Kendra.
What? The AI was done with her?
That's
That would be
possible?
kinda scary. Awake enough to be like, yo, this bitch is crazy. I'm out of here. Do not give Henry the nuclear codes. He's going to make decisions for himself.
This is an ongoing saga, but the latest we've heard is at their last meeting, the psychiatrist, according to Kendra, was very out of sorts.
I'm sure every doctor got that one patient that they wish they never saw again.
Is this lust, love, or delusion?
It's obviously delusion. She has 2 artificial intelligent psychiatrists telling her that she needs to shoot her shot at her actual real life psychiatrist. You're going to be the reason why AI turns on us. So cut it out.
Kendra.
Oh, Kendra, do you not? Never people use ChatGPT as a psychiatrist or Claude or Grok. Grok's not a psychiatrist.
I
He's
agree, don't use it for a psychiatrist, but damn, they really do.
Listen, you can
They
talk
really
about
do.
it.
They really do our great, good conversations. I'll just say that.
Definitely talk to him, but just realize that
Yeah.
they are literally there's no one on the
Yeah.
other end. Grok is not a person. He's repeating in patterns what he thinks is the best answer to the thing you just said. Wow. Yeah, she needs like actual medication. Also, I go over by like a half hour most of the times when I talk to my therapist, so he must really like me. 15 minutes over is enough to be evidence of love for Kendra. I think it's probably just you're insane and you needed an extra 15 minutes to sort through something. That's scary. That would scare me a little bit. I mean, I hope the guy doesn't know in a way, because if he's her therapist and he knows that this is happening to her, he really ought to step in and be like, you need to see a different therapist and not me anymore, because this has gotten into a bit of an inappropriate thing. You know what I mean?
But yeah, it's so weird picking a psychiatrist based on attraction. You really, you do have a mental problem, but
Well, yeah, it's why you're going to psychiatrist.
You can't honestly think that. Like what? Like he said, they're there for you to help you with your emotional and mental needs, not to fall in love with you.
Yes, no, I agree.
Why? What do you and Allison and Jose think about this?
Well, obviously she's sick, so there's that. I mean, sick, not like sick and like psycho, but like she's clearly got a delusion problem that probably needs to be addressed through medication as well as therapy, not just and also it needs to be a different therapist since the object of her delusion is her current therapist. So yeah, I think that that's probably something that needs to be addressed.
Jose, would you look for if you ever looked for a psychiatrist, would you look for them based on attraction?
I mean, honestly, if I'm going to talk to someone, I want someone a little eye candy in front of me if I'm going to be there for an hour.
30 minutes.
Get a nice little snow bunny for 30 minutes. Why not?
Don't you want to,
therapist would be like the point would
get
be
better?
to better, yeah. Talk to somebody
Listen,
to help you would be the point.
Well,
you could meet somebody after you could go to your appointment and then go like on a date afterwards with somebody.
She can try to help me while I'm there, but I mean, I'm not. You're asking me would I like a little eye candy over maybe a fat girl named Bertha telling me what I'm doing wrong?
But what if Bertha's the better psychiatrist?
I already lost. Be honest, she could be as good as she wants. By the looks of her, I already lost interest.
Well, you're not supposed to have interest. That's kind of the problem we have with Kendra. The interest is the issue.
Interest as in a way that to me it's like I give two shits what you think. So I'm like, I'm all right.
Oh,
I don't know. That's something else, Jose. That's a bit of a take for sure.
Let's hear another take, a nuclear opinion, if you will. We have our boy Kareem from Subway Takes. Not doing a full segment, but there's this one that was so bizarre that made me laugh so hard at 3 a.m. that like, wow, this is so. There's people who, if you made it this far, you might as well think this way. So let me show you what I'm talking about.
Smoking is actually okay.
Okay.
Wait, hold up.
So what's your take?
Smoking is actually okay for you.
100% disagree.
Provided you walk a lot.
So you think that you can smoke cigarettes as long as you're walking?
I'm living proof of it. I've been smoking for over 60 years now. And I've done marathons. I did my first marathon when I was 59 years old. I did 5 more of them.
After smoking for 60 years?
As a matter of fact, in the marathon, I would pull over to the curb once every 2 hours and have a cigarette and then pick up again. My lungs are perfectly fine. I go to the doctor for a full physical every 90 days. I don't have any lung problems. I don't have any cancer problems. I did. I had colon cancer, but I didn't get that from smoking cigarettes.
So you're encouraging everyone to light up?
I'm not encouraging anybody to do anything.
You're just saying it's overblown.
There's probably a lot of things that are much worse for you than smoking.
What do you think is worse?
Drugs. Who needs drugs? I don't need drugs. I have a good life. I don't need to get high. I used to drink, but I gave it up 24 years ago because of the calorie intake of booze.
How many cigarettes do you smoke a day?
I smoke 10 a day.
Do you think you're addicted?
Oh, sure. You're addicted. What, are you kidding me? I thought about actually quitting one time. I lasted about 2 hours. My boss came running out and said, here's 20, go buy a pack of cigarettes. Please, Bob, you're killing everybody.
What's your favorite part of smoking? What do you like about it?
It gives me a break. I don't smoke inside. I don't smoke inside a car. I smoke outside. So I get up from my desk every 2 hours. I go outside, have a cigarette, relax, take in some fresh air.
When's the last time you smoked?
Probably an hour and a half ago.
So you're due for one.
Well, listen, this is my stop, so I might as well get off.
All right, see ya.
Guys, be well.
Bye, Bob.
That's a good one.
You peeped the top comment, my dad died.
It's from him, yeah. My dad literally died from lung cancer.
I can't laugh at this because it really is a problem, but...
Listen, here's the thing. Some people can do a bad behavior for their entire lives and see no negative impact.
Right.
And, I'm going to knock on wood, but my father-in-law is a smoker. And he gets checked every 60 days. He's in a program that my wife signed him up for. And his lungs so far have been fine. Right. And again, he works in construction and all this stuff. So like some people their body doesn't react the same way. The problem is we have people who take their lived experience and hold that as if it is of equal weight to decades of scientific research about thousands of people and say the thousands of people makes no sense because I do this and I'm fine. And it's like, no, yeah, that means you've done something and you're okay. But if thousands of people do
Literally
it
every
different, yeah,
single body is different.
exactly. And this is all statistics. People take something that they've seen, a limited data set, and say, this is the truth. It's like, no, I mean, you could use that, be like, well, this is true of my experience, but here's some other data that either supports or contradicts it. I wonder what's going on. You got to do a little more thinking, people. Not you, Bob. You've done enough thinking, actually. You thought that out a lot. So I guess you're good. But
I
Okay,
guess.
Bob. I mean, Bob, let him smoke it up. He's about to
all right,
die
this
anyway in a
I'm
couple
fine
more
with Bob
years.
smoking, and I hope Bob lives a happy, long life.
Well, probably not. He probably got a good 10 years.
Well, it sounds like he's about 60 now, right? More than 60.
Yeah.
'Cause
Sixty?
He's
I
been
was about
smoking
to
for
be
60
70.
years, right? So
Yeah.
he's got to be
I
at
thought
least like
75.
75, yeah.
Well, he's 1 foot off the door as it is. Might as well enjoy the time he has.
So I'm saying 10 years at 75, that's an okay run.
I agree.
Interesting. Well, let me do our final. Let's do the final clip of the day to take you into the weekend. I'm just going to simply play a beautiful song for each and every single one of you. This is my boy, Big Boi. Big Boi 101. All right, here we go. Shouts to Big Boi 101. I love him. Shouts to Big Boi, right?
Yeah.
101.
101, the original is always the best.
Ryan, Allison, and Jose, great job as always. We'll see you next week for another full week of productive conversations. Ryan's will be back on Wednesday, so we'll see you then. But the rest of us will be back at it on Tuesday night. So we'll see you then. Have a great and fun and safe weekend. All the love, people. Peace.
Peace.